and welcome! My name is Michael, I'm the DLC Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition Curse of the Crimson Throne, the 1st edition adventure that we have repurposed for these lovely and amazing individuals who are the Patreons of my channel. Guys, tell everyone at home a hearty hello.
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 Wonderful, wonderful. I'm eating that up, and I am hopefully going to be creating a session today that you guys at home are going to eat up as well, because I have so many wonderful things planned for what is going to happen to my group today. Where we left off last week, chef's kiss. I could not be happier as a GM, you know. There's some days we, as a GM, you sit there and you wonder, will I be able to create something that will amount to my magnum opus as an encounter? And today I feel like I get to experience that for one fleeting moment. So yes, this is very exciting. Now, before we kick off, guys, let's take a moment to acknowledge a couple of people who, help bring us the channel and help keep everything here rolling and keep the lights on. Starting with none other than our dear friends over at Hero Forge. Guys, the wonderful art you can see on the screen here, as well as the tokens that I use for my games here, are made proudly in Hero Forge, a robust and amazing 3D model making program that allows you to bring to life any of the characters that you would like. Is Marcus snoring? Marcus, are you asleep?
I think they are asleep.
Possibly.
Marcus!
Kick them out of the Discord call and recall them again.
Oh yeah, good call. Well, apparently I'm not that entertaining as a GM. I mean, that's fine, it happens. So, hold on, let me do that real quick. This will just be really funny. Nope.
Should be able to just, they should be able just to right click their thing.
No, I can only kick him out of the group. Oh well, he's gonna have to wake up at some point. It's fine. I'll just leave him there. There you go. Have a good nap, buddy. All right. Anyway, so anyway, the Hero Forge, cool stuff, yes. If you guys want to embody and create and bring to life some of the most imaginative characters that you have, Hero Forge gives you a large array of tools, trips, and a whole bunch of cool stuff that you can use to bring these characters to life. And not only that, you can get them 3D printed for your home games. These really cool and very robust models make for a fantastic little addition to your adventure games. And we don't live in COVID anymore, so play in person. Do those things. But even if you don't, you can make these really cool tokens like I do and play at home as well. Which brings us to our second sponsor of the day, which is, of course, Fantasy Grounds, our VTT of choice. You can see behind me. This is where we do all of our cool stuff and all of our heavy lifting. Ace Fram, to give you a perfectly candid review, in a very short period of time. I do use Foundry, I do use Tabletop Simulator, I also use Tailspire. However, for me, Fantasy Grounds does exactly what I need it to do, which is it helps me adapt to my very audience participation heavy game, where I can add maps, encounters, models, tokens, Hero Forge minis, just anything I can add pretty much like that. Roll20 was a little bit slower. Foundry took a lot of setup. Tailspire, just so much more setup. But Fantasy Grounds was always one of the more intuitive ones, albeit a little bit more expensive, but very much worthwhile, at least for my stuff. So, yeah.
Also, Fantasy Grounds, it won't just randomly not work on you like Roll20 can sometimes.
Yeah,
when they have pickups on the servers.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there we go. Coolios. Then, of course, our last sponsor for the day, of course, is none other than Sirenscape for the wonderful sound effects that you will hear throughout the course of the game. Sound effects that help bring my games to life through the art of imagination, including sound effects such as the noise of a crowd of Sahajin yelling for blood. There you go. As well as music accompaniments for any adventure or any game that I would require. These ones here are from the Ghosts of Saltmarsh sound set. And really help build a mood and set a scene. So if you guys are interested, go check out Sirenscape. They also have an app that you can use on your phone, so you can use them at home or away, or if you have like a little Bluetooth speaker. Tons of cool ways to use this. So yeah, 100% very, very much vouch for all three of my lovely sponsors. I'm also going to give a quick shout out to my map makers. These guys are the people who I support on Patreon for the maps that I use in the game. Again, guys, always support your artists, always support the creators. There's a big thing about AI art generation. You will not find it here at the Dead LZ Gamer channel. And I just want to kind of, again, just throw some love towards the people who put their hearts and souls into making cool art that I use for my game. So there you go. There we go. You have fallen down. That's why that's there. There we go. Okay. Cool. So where are we at? Guys, let's take a moment now to meet our lovely cast of characters and the players that are going to be enjoying them. Let's do a speed run. Everyone, tell the folks at home who you are and the character you're playing, starting with none other than our dear friend, the wonderful and incredible Twiff.
Hello, so speedrun background. Padrig was going to be a wizard. He got framed for murder. He got kicked out of school, got kicked out of his family, decided to shoot things instead, got his revenge, met up with these people, saved the city, got tracked down by a crazy friend who thought she was his girlfriend, but really wasn't. And then last session found out his parents are dead and he's rich now. Woo!
Thank you, thank you. Next up, we have Molly.
Hi, everybody. I play Holly, and Holly is a fairy who has a noble background, which means she was supposed to get married because that's kind of her job. And she said, nope, not doing it. And then she ran away. So now she's teamed up with these people, and she's trying to be a good person. But in the process of trying to be a good person, she kind of sold her soul to Asmodeus, and now she's a cleric of Asmodeus.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's pretty astute. She did save some orphans, by the way, just to clarify. You know, like, it was somewhat worth it at the time. But, you know, hey, deals with the devil. It's what they are. Next up, of course, we have the incredible and wonderful Air Genasi.
Hi, everyone. I'm Air Genasi. I play Quinn. She's an investigator from the city of Korvosa, and that's really all I was told to do.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, you may be the inheritor and heir to the role of Blackjack, the infamous vigilante from within the walls of the city if and when you return. Then we have the Kitsune Druid Kitsune Druid Dante, played by our dear friend Raikon.
Hi, I'm Raikon. I'm playing a Kitsune Druid named Dante, and he is from the wilds of Korvosa. And we are currently now, hopefully not going to be fighting townspeople. Darn, silence wizard.
No, I was just whispering. I was just saying, you know, it's like, yeah, no, you're fighting townspeople. It's going to happen. You're killing Tim the Baker. All right, next up we have, of course, playing the role of Agnes, our dear friend Laura Bones.
Hello, yes, Laura. I play Agnes, who's psychic and a mom, and a psychic mom. I mean, she doesn't get angry very often, but occasionally she does have reason to get disappointed.
That's true. That's true. She literally casts disappointment at people.
Mm-hmm.
And then her magic weapon is a chancla. All right, and last but certainly not least, playing the role of Mercutio, our undead champion of Iomade, is none other than our dear friend Marcus the GM, who might be asleep. Marcus?
Still
asleep. Very well. Okay. Well, have a good nap, Nip. It's okay. We play at different times. That's all it comes down to. He's just a tired little guy. He's gonna wake up and he's just gonna be, what the fuck? That's gonna be hilarious. I love this. Okay. Cool. Next up, of course, guys. I don't know if you realize this, but we have one more group of people we want to thank before every session, and that is, of course, our dear, wonderful, and amazing folks at home. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for donating your time, your care, and your attention. We know that you have lots of places you could be today, and we are just so grateful to have you guys here. As such, we would like to invite you behind the GM screen to come and help us enjoy today's game through a number of different ways that you can interact as we're playing. Through channel points, you can interact for free simply by watching and earning these channel points, and then using them with the dag dollary dues to do things like insight bonuses, divine inspiration, divine healing, throwing out the Harrow reading, which is our brand new tier for that, in which you will get to draw a fortune teller card and potentially change the fate, as it were. Or if you do have some disposable income and want to help your friend Daggerino get to the United States for Gen Con this year, there are a number of monetary donations as well. For $5, you can donate a purple mark for me, which is a Jinx point, or a red mark for my player of your choice, which is a hero point. These can be used to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or stave off a killing blow. Jinx points can be used to counteract hero points, to make matters more complicated, or have bad guys roll with advantage. For $10, I will draw from one of two decks. You will get to choose either a deck of heroic actions, where you'll give a player a one-use heroic action that they can use during the game, or I will draw from a deck of plot twists, there it is, and you get to choose a plot twist of the chosen variety, and it happens in the game. That's pretty much it. For $20, you can give someone the coveted golden natural 20, where they just get a natural 20, which they can use at any point in time in order to twist the fates in their favor. For $50, this big old $50, you can give a magic item to a player of your choice. This can be an item of homebrew variety that you create. It could be an item that you can find from the Pathfinder SRD, which is Archives of Nethes. Alternatively, as well, you can work towards the various set pieces and items that everyone currently has. More on that later. Lastly, also with the $50 donation, if you don't want to give a magic item, you can make matters more difficult by increasing the strength and power of the enemies that our group is facing with a boss buff. Some of these can be pretty big. So yeah, the boss buff is usually quite a big boost in what we do. So it's like minions to bosses to like mega bosses to oh my god run. So yeah, there you go. And last but certainly not least, we have the secret menu item. The secret menu item is a $100 massive donation, which comes with a huge amount of thanks for not only just the support, but also the belief in what I do and all the other stuff that goes with it. With the secret menu item, we are going to have a creature, should I say, that I have loved in this region for a very, very long time. It is a cryptid, a mysterious beast that has long since haunted these lands. It is a creature simply known as the Sandpoint Devil. Now, traditionally founded in or around the town of Sandpoint, this creature is a kind of based on the Jersey Devil. But for those of you who wish to see what this horrible, nasty thing looks like, there we go. So this is the Sandpoint Devil. So, for those of you who eventually decide that you choose violence this morning, you can donate the secret menu $100 item, and the Sandpoint Devil will make an appearance. And it won't just appear and go into combat. It'll be a whole thing. There'll be the setup, there'll be the building of a mood, there'll be the rumors, and then eventually we're going to be building towards that really, really cool encounter. So it's a whole encounter. It's not just a, fight this. So yeah, there you go. As for, Ace, you've just been answered by our dear friend Rykon. We do have the red marks are hero points that can be used for my player's advantage, and the yellow marks are natural 20s. So there you go. Okay. I think we're good. We good? Everyone's good? I'm feeling good.
Yeah, Merc is apparently awake now.
Oh, is he? Oh, he can unmute
Yeah,
it.
they were the ones that replied.
Oh, were they? Oh, so they are. Very well. Well, Marcus can unmute himself on Zoom. Maybe. I've muted him. because he was snoring. There we go. Okay. Very well. In which case, guys, without any further ado, we return to a small, unassuming town. Nestled in the countryside of Varesia, along a long and very, very beautiful looking river that leads from the mountains of the Storval Plateau down to the ocean, you find ourselves in the town of Abkin. Now, much has happened in our group's journey, too much to in fact cover in a single recap like this. But let's just say that an evil queen is taking over the kingdom of Korvosa, where our heroes are from. It is believed that the queen is under the influence of an evil dragon whose body was torn asunder and made into artifacts, and these artifacts seem to contain a measure of the evil that this dragon once had, and has been influencing the queen to take actions that are destructive against her own kingdom. Our heroes, citizens, and people who care about the city have set out on a journey to go and speak with the local Shoanti tribesmen, a group of people who are almost as old as the land itself, in order to try and find answers as to what this creature is and how it was first defeated, so that they might be able to defeat it, restore the queen, and in turn free Korvosa from its tyrannical grasp. Abkin is the latest place our group has stopped off before taking a barge from this small town up the river to Sirathu and eventually Kayamaga, where they will then head towards the Shoanti tribelands in the Cinderlands. Once arriving in Abkin, our group was confronted by quite a peaceful town. Lovely people, very, very quaint. So pleasant this mid-spring day. Some of the guards, the militia, drew some concern as to why a giant picnic basket piloted by two awakened bears was traveling through their town, and stopped them for a small inquiry as to their purpose here in their town.
I'm sure when you put it that way.
The guards, however, were in for a nasty surprise, as upon inspection, instead of submitting to said inspection, suddenly but assuredly, our heroes make a break for it, piss-bolting down the streets of the town, careening their bear-driven picnic basket through this city.
Now flaming. It's flaming.
Which is now also on fire, setting both the wagon, which by the way has an immolation power, setting both the wagon on fire, as well as several of the thatch roofs, the small little shopping kind of like stalls, some poor dude's cabbage cart.
My cabbages!
Yeah.
Cabbage vendors.
And it is here, on the day that would now be forever known as the Day of the Burning Basket, we return to our heroes, as I'm going to ask everyone to roll initiative. As we kick off with some cool old battle music. Here we go.
Right. Perception for initiative, I presume.
Yes,
No,
please.
it's just right out the window.
And the first nat one of the night.
All right, very nice. Okay, the gods, or should I say the townsfolk.
Oh,
As-
you were supposed to do initiative skill.
Sorry? Oh, yes, you're supposed to do initiative
They
skill.
did their skill, not initiative.
Oh,
Oh.
I see, I see. Oh no, it seems like everyone except Marcus did.
Yeah, I rolled the wrong thing.
No, that's okay. I can add yours.
There we go. 16.
Almost
Doesn't
almost
matter,
a
I'm
nat
still going
one,
last.
so
Fair. All right. So, as you begin to barrel forward, ahead of you, you can see that this town is made up of a mass militia. Everyone here, even the children, are able to defend themselves. And as soon as they see this flaming cart, a great deal of them begin to take up arms. People who seem to be otherwise preoccupied. The florist who is selling their wares suddenly pulls out a trowel with sharpened edges. You see nearby a fisherman sort of take a look behind and put his rod down before pulling out what looks to be a hunting rifle and aiming in your direction. You can see that there is a couple of dottery old ladies walking with walking sticks. Oh, looks like we're fucking someone up, Margaret, as they shing pull out swords from the sheaths on their blades as they all prepare to engage our wonderful group of people. Before we get ahead of ourselves, though, we do have a couple of amazing donations that have come in. The first from our dear and incredible friend, OG Lava Kitten. OG, you bloody legend, you. 2 Jinx points and a hero point. Which, boopity, there they are. And sorry, not a hero point, 2 Jinx points and a plot twist. The twistiest of plots.
there's going to be 4 plot twists, apparently.
4 plot twists, what?
Jeez.
All right, so 1 plot twist and then 3 random plot twists. Jesus, okay, here we go. Let's challenge myself here on this one, shall we? God dang. Okay, so OG, we're gonna do your one. Now, Schooly Eye, do you want me to just use the 3 that I would have otherwise drawn, or do you want to pick a number and I'll mill that many and then just shuffle through. So, OG, your choices are quick wits, broken, or pride. Quick wits, broken, or pride. So that is your choices. As for Schooly Eye, what would you like? Let's do the second on each. Very well. Okay, let's do it. So, 1, 2, 3. All right, your first one is envy. 1, 2, 3. The second is unwelcomed arrival. And the third, 1, 2, 3, is unseen obstacle. All right. So we have envy, unwelcomed arrival, unseen obstacle, and whichever one OG will pick. All right. Interesting. All right. I got a couple of ideas here.
Quite a few that could be just combined.
Well, I'm not going to just combine them. I feel like that's cheating to a degree, and I'm going to give each of these their individual care and attention. All right. Well, while we're waiting for this one, Quinn, you are the top of our initiative, and you are also piloting. Oh no, you're not piloting. You're in the driver's seat, I believe, of the wagon.
Am I able to look through the stuff that the mayor gave us to deliver?
You'd have to climb into the back with an athletics check, but yes, you can. And OG has gone with pride for their thing. So there we go. Pride has now been added.
Athletics. This seems bad. I'm not going to attempt to do that because that is not a skill that I'm terribly strong at, but I will.
That's all right. You should be
communicate.
fine. I mean, you could always. I mean, like, what's the DC? The DC is. The DC is 28.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to say, it's malfunctioning. Stay back. The fire. I will get it turned off in a moment. I swear. And then I'm going to say to Holly, can you check those boxes? She's inside, I believe. Right?
She is. She is. Can I get you to make me a deception check with your first action? Also, welcome to the group, Fellas Dev. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Right, that is a critical failure. So, as
You might need to, you do have a hero point.
You do have a hero point if you wish to use it.
I wish this were intimidation.
It's not. However, your deception does not. Well, pretty much it falls on deaf ears. They rather than them sort of scrutinizing you and going, I think she's lying. I think they're just more because they're kind of like, yeah, there's still a flaming basket with bears and yada yada yada. There's too
right,
much.
fine.
There's too much attention
Yep.
here. But you do have 2 more actions.
I'm gonna just pass on that and leave it at that. I don't want to draw my sword or anything that seems aggressive. And I mean the cart's already moving.
Sure. Yeah, it is. It is already moving. The bears are like, okay, hold on, boo boo buddy. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Oh god.
All right. Which then brings us to the squadron of townsfolk. Let's see. They're going to fire crossbows. Could I get a reflex save from everyone, please? So this is not just crossbows, but also people throwing garbage, refuse, fruits, bunches of different things. The target
So
number.
are we in the basket or out the basket? I'm just confused as to everybody's positioning and what exactly the basket, like, is it enclosed?
So the basket itself is enclosed. The reason I'm going for the reflex save is just because that way I don't have to ask for, yada yada yada. Right now the only person who's in the front is Quinn, I believe, and anyone who was talking to the townsfolk, you would also be either on or in front of the basket presently. If you were not, then you are inside the basket and you do not need to make the check.
Oh, I'm inside the basket.
Yeah, okay. So, those of you who are inside the basket and do not make a Reflex 19 DC save, you will take 18 points of damage. Everyone who does make the save, you take no damage. As these various things sort of hit the side of the cart, land around, hit the 2 bears as they're kind of like, they're sort of like using their big giant furry paws to like block it and block the damage. Hey, calm down now. And suddenly like they're struck in the face by like one of these like baskets filled with like poultry and eggs and stuff.
Oh, are you okay, Yogi?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I just got a bit of egg on my face. And they keep going. Okay.
How much psychic damage do I take for that?
All of it. Okay. They also decide to try and create a blockade. So several of the town's guard begin to sort of build up kind of like almost not like a wall or anything like that, but they just sort of like move some like just empty carts and stuff in your way to try and prevent you from moving through the town. Which then brings us to Agnes.
Okay, so Agnes is inside the cart. Wondering what on earth is going on. Well, she can obviously hear everything that was going on, but still, like, what on earth is going on? So she's gonna try to are the controls for the fire inside the basket or outside the basket or?
They're audible, so it's like voice activated.
Okay, well, Agnes is gonna shout at the thing to turn off, if possible.
Sure. Sorry, the fire or the locomotion?
The fire.
Not a problem. The flames disappear.
And then she'll shout up, "Hey, I think I fixed it!"
Very well.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, you've
Sorry.
shouted that.
There's just a massive storm outside, and my electricity just dipped there for a second.
Ooh.
Yeah. We're back now. Yeah, so she'll shout that because she'd heard the Quinn saying, whether they were listened or not, that it was, broken and that would have it fixed shortly. So she turns it off and then shouts that out.
Okay. Last action. Anything else?
I don't think so. I think she's just going to kind of like get a good wedge yourself in somewhere, get a good hold, because if we're careening along, who knows if we'll tip over or something like that. So she's going to like just, hold on tight basically in case the basket goes over or something.
All right, very well. You brace yourself for whatever is about to happen as we then go from you to the other guard squadron. They continue to reinforce the bridge as best they can. As this happens, you watch as an old lady comes out. Oh, don't worry, dearies. They won't get far with Nanny here. And she steps out, and she seems to be holding up a tray. This tray seems to rattle and shake a little bit. As she then opens it up in the direction of the group, all of a sudden, emerging is what looks to be a pudding.
Oh, to go, not again.
An animated pudding. As the animated pudding comes to life, it begins to expand and grow in size.
I hate you.
As Nanny's fruit pudding is now entering the fray.
I think just from inside the basket, because I'm assuming the wicker basket you can like kind of see through in places and things into the basket. Agnes could see it. You just hear from inside, just Agnes go, no, 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 no.
Who's hungry?
The last one of these, she got overly close. It got overly close.
Very true.
She doesn't want another hug.
Agnes, can I get you to roll me a percentage, please? And by the way, this comes courtesy of our first plot twist, the unseen obstacle.
Well, I didn't roll plan. How do I roll it in the chat box? Wow, 3.
Okay. Agnes.
That's either really good or really bad.
Agnes.
Yeah, right?
Agnes.
Yep.
We're going to shift gears a little bit. All right. One moment. Now, the woman who came out during this battle happens to be wearing a large quantity of silks and robes and the like. You recognize these because they are Varisian robes and the like. Now, not only is Nan summoning this giant pudding, but Agnes, you recognize this pudding. There's a smell here that is all too familiar. In fact, it's so familiar, you just out of almost reflex, stick your head out the window to have a look. And sure enough, what you see in front of you is a pudding belonging to none other than your very dear and beloved Nanagothi. The old woman is indeed one of the one of the members of Agnes's family. Whether or not they're blood related is up in the air, but nonetheless, you traveled with Nanagothi for quite some time, and she was always known for the fierceness of her puddings. And this is the elderly woman that now impedes your way. Now she is/was very old and very daughtery. And currently stands in your way. What would you like to do?
Doesn't matter when it comes to pudding.
It does not. Would you like to say or do anything?
Yes. Nanny Gothy, did you say? Yes.
Nanny
she's
Gothy.
gonna- Nanny Gothy. She's going to shout out, "Oh, Nanny Gothy, is that you? I thought I smelled wee Xavier." That's the name of the pudding.
All right. As you say this, could I get you to roll me a diplomacy check?
Rip.
Wow.
Ouch.
All right.
Good
Unfortunately,
hero point.
You got 2 hero points.
you do. You can use them if you like.
Me too. The situation could just get worse. Okay, go on then. I'll do 0. Why not? I do have a plus
You-
16. Come on.
You just need to roll above a 4. You just need to not roll that low. That's all it needs to be.
Oh, still not.
All right. Yes. Unfortunately, that is not quite enough. As you try to appeal to your Nan's, I guess. Well, you just try to appeal to your Nan. She either does not hear you or does not care to hear you. As the fight continues, I guess. All right. Back to the battle. We move on to, let's see, sorry, I need to jump back here real quick. There we go. We jump to Holly, I believe.
Yep. Okay, Holly doesn't want to attack everybody. She just wants to escape at this point. So she is going to cast a wall of flesh.
All right. Just before you cast the wall of flesh, however, I do apologize. We do have a divine intervention from our dear friend McClover for a reroll for our Agnes.
Oh.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Oh, okay. She'll shout it again a bit louder this time. She's old. She's a bit, she's probably deaf.
She's
She'll shout
very
it again.
deaf.
I said, hello there, Nanny Coffee. No. No.
It's such a low number you need to roll too.
It's got extra deaf. Seems.
Yep. Apparently, death is what we've chosen today. So yeah. All right. All right.
Okay.
And yeah. So unfortunately, no. Even with the divine intervention, that does not help us out here. All right. Wall of flesh is what I heard.
Yes, and it's going to be a wall of arms.
A wall of arms.
The
Delightful.
wall is a mass. Sorry?
I said delightful.
Oh, yeah, it's more fun that way. The wall is a mass of grasping arms. Any creatures that end its turn within 5 feet of the wall must attempt a reflex save. And then I'm going to cast it. Okay, that was not straight at all, but you kind of get the point. So I'm going to try to cut off that squadron of guards.
Townsfolk.
Hmm?
Townsfolk. They're townsfolk.
Okay, I still want to cut them off.
Very well. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to draw a big thing of flesh. But yes, okay. You create a wall of flesh that now cuts through the middle of the road here. What does it do to creatures that are in that area? Just a reflex save? Ollie?
Oh, I was muted. Yeah, reflex save for any creature within 5 feet of the wall. And if they fail, they're grappled by the wall for 1 round.
Phew, they are not doing great.
Oh no!
All right, the townsfolk, the ooze, and yeah, they're all grappled by the various appendages and bodily bits as they are reached out and pulled in and squeezed. You can also roll damage to these if you would like. If there's
no
damage.
I just want them grappled. So they're not attacking us. That's it. No damage. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Yep, done.
And with my final action, I'm gonna, because Quinn yelled at me to look at what was in the packages, I'm gonna start rifling through the stuff we were bringing with us to see if there's something bad.
Very well. Make a perception check as you begin to search. And I have something for you, Laura.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, there we go.
I like how everything is being a DC 828.
That is the rough DC. It should be 26 though for this one.
But I made
Yes.
it. And
What is it? What is it that you have for me, Doug?
All right, here we go. Where is it? Oh God, come back.
I'm sure it's delightful, whatever it is.
There you go. All right, there you are. I bid you none.
Nan looks like she's got a giant spliff.
She does.
Nice.
Nan knows how to party. All right. So, with a 34, you search and examine the belongings. You know what? No, let's do it this way. So you do find a variety of different things. What does Holly know about contraband? Hang on, let's lower the tone a little bit so I can talk.
She used to be a rogue, so that knowledge didn't go away when she became a cleric, so she knows quite a bit about contraband.
True, but you were a fairy princess right up until the point where you decided to become a rogue.
Yeah, but I was a rogue in Korvosa for a while.
And she did pursue what's his face with
Oh,
us.
Jackagon.
Yeah.
There was
Right.
Jackagon,
That's
and
true.
then there was Gadrin.
Oh, yeah,
Gadrin.
true. All right, very well. You recognize that hidden amongst some of the belongings here is a strange extract, a dried, sort of these dried green cactus leaves. It is very, very commonly known as pesh. When ground into a powder and smoked, in concordance with things like hookahs and the like, has a hallucinogenic stimulation kind of effect. Yeah, it is basically contraband, but effectively this world's version of like weed.
Okay.
But yeah, you do find some. No, not some. You find a bit. More than you should have. It's not like someone like dropped their stash and was just like, oh yeah, I don't want to get caught by the cops. More like someone was moving some units.
And more than we could dispose of quickly in any discreet sort of way.
Well, let's just say that be thankful that the fire was outside the wagon.
Yeah. Yeah, don't eat your weed. It's only a Class B misdemeanor.
Yeah. It's like that scene from Hot Fuzz where they like get that kid to like eat all the weed in the backseat of the car. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
And the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry, Holly, you were saying?
Oh no. That's it. I don't think I get another action to do anything with the pesh. I can just find it, right?
Yeah, but you do get a reaction to it.
I'm gonna kind of lift it out and show it to everyone in the wagon, but not say out loud what it is, so everyone knows what we have, but we're not announcing it to the entire city.
All right. Holly holds up drugs.
Drugs.
I think that's what Nan's got in her split.
Oh yeah, probably.
I think this is eyebrows just like climb through a hairline, like just whoosh.
All right. Next on our list is Padrig. Padrig, you can also react to the fact that there is now a wall of what appears to be quasi-humanoid flesh suddenly having manifested from the ground like a wall of absolute Kevorkian horror, as it is now reached over with various sized appendages and pulled into its moist, flesh-ridden clutches several of the townspeople that were barring your way.
I will direct Yogi and Boo Boo to kind of try and get us around that.
And where exactly will you have us go?
Is our way to the bridge and presumably the ferry still blocked then? Or have all those people been pulled into the wall of flesh?
I wouldn't say that it'd be all of them, but a good chunk of them. So it would be easier if you wanted to try and barrel through them.
I will make one last attempt to see if we can defuse the situation peacefully.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, listen, we got the fire down. Really, we just want to go to the ferry. That's all. If we could be on our way, well, continuing on our way, and see if that has any effect whatsoever.
All right,
I'm
let's
not
go with a
very hopeful.
diplomacy check.
All right. Hopefully they're not gonna decide to murder us even more. Oh, 28.
Is not enough.
Oh God, and the DC was the 31 at this point. Well, that's, I mean, other than a crit rolling a 20, that's about as high as my diplomacy
yeah.
gets. So
it is. Unfortunately, yes, they're in too deep. The battle has gone too hard. And again, now people are being attacked by an eldritch horror, so it's very hard for them to go. Like.
all right.
Yeah.
So Patrick's just gonna say, fuck it, and I'm gonna take my 2 actions and cast Flame Wisp.
Very nice. Okay.
And that's going all of a sudden, he's gonna make a intricate movement of his hands and mutter some arcane words, and then 3 wisps of flame suddenly appear and start circling above his head.
All right. Very nice. Is that it?
Yeah. That was 1 action for the diplomacy check, and that's 2 actions to cast the spell.
All right, Dante, you're up next.
Trying to figure out how the heck I'm gonna be dealing with this situation now.
It's true. Plus, Holly now has the drugs that killed your friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't bring them on. I just pulled them out of the thing. I pulled them out of the box.
And we were set up by that guy.
Did she, though?
Wait a minute.
We
That's
even
right.
killed a bear for those people.
It's true.
They're puppies.
Holly just bringing out her own stash. Hey guys, look what I totally found within all this stuff. Whoo, boy. These guys sure have a lot of drugs.
Right now, Holly does not need drugs.
No. All right, Dante, what do you got?
It's a very good question.
Well, if it helps at all, the way in front of you has been opened to a degree. If you did something to kind of impede them in any further way, they wouldn't be able to stop you from getting across the bridge and over to the ferry.
I have nothing that could just impede them.
You have nothing that could impede them? Your level 9
No.
druid has no
Giant
crowd
bear?
control abilities?
I have single target ability.
Oh my goodness.
Look, okay, we
Like-
don't often go up against a crowd, and
No
the
vines,
normally
no
the
nothing.
crowd was undead, which is just AoE heal, and that would just take care of them.
I was not prepared for this.
Well, that's not a bad idea. I mean, if you're interested in an idea that I've kind of got.
Yeah, I see you looking at the elemental floor.
Yeah. What if you turn into an earth elemental and used your action to create a bridge? Literally just enough to make a ramp that you can use to, like, Dukes of Hazzard across the crowd. I'll take a hero point for it, but I will allow it.
Sure, we'll go with that, because it's like I'm mentally not able to think of anything else.
Sure. I will accept that. Very well. So Dante, with your magics, you begin to transform, your body turning to stone as you take on your elemental form. You get in front of the wagon, and as you do so, the rocks and the pebbles and the slate begin to shift and change as you become like almost this triangular fixture as the wagon hits your back and takes to the air. I'm going to roll a flat 20 roll and see how we go on the wagon. All right, with a 13, It's a rough landing, and I need a reflex save from everyone as the wagon takes to the sky. And as it goes by... Okay, everyone's looking good so far.
Sorry, I'm double checking because I get extra modifiers, but it's only to acrobatics and athletics.
I was just going to say, do I get any extra benefit from the fact that I was holding on?
No, but everyone is fine, however. As the wagon lands hard, you get to the other side of the crowd, but there is another crowd on the other side of the bridge. As it's flying through the air, you hear the sound of a banjo. Ding ding. I bet you're wondering how our good old boys here ended up
No.
ended up highway just over the river. Now some may say that it's the fault of the folk what had their drugs and stuff smuggled aboard their wee little picnic basket. But folk like me, we'd like to blame another thing. And that is the dice gods. Oh boy, do the dice gods hate our folks. And then, yeah, as you land. Now, Dante, as you made the ramp, as soon as the basket got clear, you'd reached up with your arms, grabbed onto it with your stone body, but then dispelled your elemental form, which shrank you back down, which pulled you back towards the rear of the cart. And without enough weight to pull it back, you get launched forward with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You are now on the wagon. As you could see the townsfolk on the other side. As we then go to that group, they form up and prepare to try and stop you. They account it as difficult terrain, and they will get to attack you if you enter their square. All right. Which then brings us to Mercutio.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It just, my dude's not lighting up, so I was just worried I was muted. Okay, so...
You might be on Discord.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I muted you on Discord as well. Hold on.
I do have an idea.
Yep.
So just to clarify, this is a pass through town, right? Like we will have like zero intention of coming back here.
Don't know who you're asking, but you know, like, feel free to answer.
We might have
I'm
to.
gonna burn the town down.
No, I'm not gonna burn the town down.
I don't know. I mean, I suppose we could deliberately avoid it on our route back.
I think that would be...
Really, I'm probably going to have to come back here and apologize to Nanny at some point.
Oh, Nanny won't be here. Remember, Nanny moves around. Like, she's still full Varisian, just, you know, traveling where she needs to. She just happens to have been here.
Yeah, okay, so...
Or just apologize in general, to be fair.
That's true.
Let's just remember that we're going to purposely avoid the town after I do this. And I would like to use...
Right, well, I mean, I might not, but okay.
Well, you might. Well,
fuck
as
you,
Merc's
Agnes.
around.
I'm gonna do this anyway.
No. No, as long as Merc's around. Which might not be for long. Anyway, I would like to use a hero point, and if I'm allowed, to use Mask of Terror to terrify the crowd in front of us and get them to spread apart so we can like shoot right past them. Because the effect says the target appears to be a gruesome and terrifying creature. The effect is unique to each observer, so a human might see a demon, so on and so forth. I would just like to use it and Merc rip off it. Yes.
Why are you using a spell to make your monster look like a monster?
Because it's a to make myself more frightening, I guess. I don't know. Fine.
He doesn't
Well,
think he's
because
scary enough.
also they're not. Does it count as one creature? Because if so, then I'll just use intimidation.
It doesn't count as a single creature. It does count as a group. But
that's why then.
Yeah, but I mean, you could always ask. You could always use the hero point to just like affect everyone.
All right. Well, then may I use a hero point to intimidate them by ripping my helmet off?
Very well. Mercutio unclips the mask of their helmet.
All right. Let's please do something good.
All right, make your intimidation check.
Oh, I can't drop it on them?
No.
Come on. Wow, of course.
You have 2 hero points.
But I...
No,
can
you
I
can...
reroll?
Yes, because you didn't
use.
Yeah, you didn't use the hero point on the roll. You used the hero point to make the roll. So yes, you can.
Oh, okay. Come on, be a lot higher than...
All right. Now being led by the forces of the undead and the Cthulian might of whatever eldritch horror that you have summoned, they are fairly confident that you are a group of devilish, evil fiends that must be put down at all cost. For the fate of all of humanity, the evil that dwells within the picnic basket, driven by the 2 giant bears, must, however, be ended here, and the noble townsfolk, the proud, noble people here have decided to make a last stand against the forces of unrelenting evil.
Good job, Mark.
Sad part about this entire thing is that they were talking sarcastically at the very start.
They were. We are going to play the Pride plot twist card. The townsfolk have entered do or die mode.
Well,
they have put their town's pride and the pride of their entire kingdom on the lines to stop you.
So that was my first action then. Well,
Definitely not.
Part of me
talking out
really
this one
wants to go if they're in do or die mode, then they're gonna. But Merc's not like that, so.
Oh, what? The Paladin of Iomade doesn't want to murder people? Well, that'll be fine.
I mean, yeah, the Paladin of Iomade, the good goddess. I mean, even if she is a goddess of battle, she's still not okay with murdering of innocents.
That's true.
Just
I was more
killing.
pointing. I was more making a subtle jab at the fact that you were excommunicated from their church. And you have a different individual who's paying attention to you right now. And
you know what?
She's cool. She's like,
all right, you're you know what? You've coerced me now.
Tiny little skeletal fairy on your shoulder.
Oh yeah, absolutely, little skeleton fairy. Do it.
Do
All
it.
right. Shit, you convinced me.
Do it.
You're there in do or die. Time to do it. Second action will run in then. And then is it so how do attack against scoops work exactly?
Oh, same as normal. Yeah. Just when you do damage, it might be that you kill a few people instead of just one.
Okay, so then yeah. Flip.
All right.
Skeleton charge.
Get him!
Damn it.
The townsfolk kicked the shit out of Merc.
Fuck!
We're about to die again.
Why do the dice gods hate me so?
Hear the burbling of the pudding slowly catching up behind you.
I just wanted to play a good boy skeleton, and the dice god said, no, fuck you.
All right, well, you disembark, you try to fight, it does not work. Yes, indeed. You also hear from behind.
Go get my beautiful pudding, and then you will feed the town.
Wasn't
Blood for the blood guy.
Wait, wasn't that stopped because of the wall of arms?
It's news. It just,
Yeah,
just,
it's still grappling.
yeah, but it does its
I
thing.
mean,
It,
have you
again,
tried
yeah,
to grab, like, putty, like, the
Yeah,
really
it-
gooey stuff?
yeah, it's not being grabbed anywhere. Well, I mean, it's being grabbed, but then it's just sort of rolling over the hands and the appendages and stuff. The people are, but the ooze is not. So it is gonna move. It gets to the back of the wagon and sort of like starts to slurp at it. Doesn't really do anything at this point, but slurp, slurpity slurp. As we go to the top of the
It tries
initiative. Yep, sorry, go on.
It tries to.
Oh yeah, it definitely tries to. All right, Quinn. Things are looking
All right.
dire. Things are looking desperate. You look around and you can see that you're now like enclosed on this bridge. But
I would like to.
wait, I
May I use a hero-
have a thing.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
but
do your thing.
you can see coming down river is what looks to be, going upriver, should I say, is what appears to be a raft that is going to pass under the bridge in the next round.
In the next round.
Yep, so not this round. At the end of the following round, this sort of large raft.
So we could just stay stationary. All right.
Well, it's not coming to pick you up. I mean, just
No, but
you
if
know.
we drive off the side of the bridge onto the right.
I mean, if you wanted to, yes.
It's
I
just
think the
getting,
raft would
the session's
sink.
just getting worse and worse.
Just from the bear's weight alone.
All
All right, yeah, no, I'm gonna do. I would like to use, if I may, I'd like to use my hero point for some hijinks.
I'm listening.
I want to ignite the basket, grab Merc by the arm, pull him back on, and start the pie launcher.
There's so much to unpack in the sentence you just said.
3 things.
Okay,
Shit, only you
So-
can say in D&D and Pathfinder.
so let me get this straight. You are grabbing Merc, pulling him
Yes.
back on, manning the pie launcher.
Oh, does it need to be manned? You can't just like set it to fire.
No, it is not automated.
Oh, dang. I want a Gatling pie launcher.
I'll
Patrick.
get on that.
All right. No, so I'm just going to set the
God.
basket ablaze and pull Merc aboard them.
All right, very well. Once again, the basket ignites in flame.
Take care of that pudding.
Let's see. How does the pudding take that? The pudding is not immune to that. So could you roll me, what do we say? 4d6 points of damage.
Hopefully it's doused in brandy.
Oh, it is.
Right.
You know what? It absolutely is. All right, roll me 4d6, please, as the pudding catches fire.
I'm trying to remember how to do 4 of these. There we
You hold
go.
down left click to pick it up, and then right click, tap right click while you're holding left click in order to duplicate it.
Okay. Ugh. I don't think I'm dexterous enough. Okay. I think I got it.
Hey, Dogtail, thank you so much for the raid, you bloody beautiful legends. Yo, how are you? let me give you a quick shout out here. Guys, Dark Tales, a wonderful group of performers and content creators, dear friends of the channel. How was your game? What were you up to? What are your highs? What are your lows? Playing some Baldur's Gate. Love that for you. How far are you guys in? You guys doing well? Let me know. We are currently in kind of like a hot fuzz situation where a whole town of innocent people are trying to defeat our group of adventurers because they kind of... Yeah, things are happening. It's just misunderstandings.
We were set up.
A series of misunderstandings. They were stopped at the traffic lights. They then set their car on fire and then ran. They have drugs. And they summoned a wall of flesh. And one of them is a skeleton who decided to charge into a crowd of people and attack them. Yep. Lots of things are happening here in the town. Oh,
This
and
is certainly the session ever.
yeah, and Agnes's grandmother is also here. She is not happy with Agnes, or doesn't even recognize Agnes is there at the moment. But yeah, she's also animated a pudding that is attacking the group. I wish I could make this shit up, but I can't.
I mean, technically we are.
I mean, you did though.
You did.
A lot of this is just the prompt from the plot twist, by the way. Just just these things are happening. The pudding is now on fire. Okay, so yes, the pudding takes 19 points of damage and is ablaze. Actually, it takes more than that. It takes 30 points of damage and is ablaze. All right. So Quinn, I'm going to say that you used your hero point, so you can grab and pull Merc on as a single action. You've activated the fire shield, so that is another action. And we have one more action remaining.
All right. I'm going to use my investigator's intimidating glare as I shout at them, "Get out of the way to save yourselves."
Alright. Unfortunately, this is an automatic failure, as we have the plot twist cards still in play, and they are in their do or die mode. They are willing to die to stop you.
Alright. Well, there's that then.
You know what? Because you are quite intuitive, I will give you the insight on this automatically. So this is a free bit of insight. They will not respond to threats of harm to themselves, but you could threaten other people. Like, we'll destroy another town, or we'll go kill your grandmother, or whatever. And that will have way more of an impact than any harm to these guys individually. The squadron begins to attack the wall. Yeah. How does your wall take damage? Does your wall just hang around? How does it work, Holly?
Let's see. It has an AC of 10, and each 5-foot long section has an AC of 10 and 75 hit points, and it's a 30-foot long and 20-foot tall wall.
Each section of the wall says how many hit points? 30, did you say?
Sorry, what?
How much damage
75.
75.
75.
Oh, yeah, they hit for a while. Okay, cool. Because they automatically deal... 15, 30. So they will automatically deal 30 points of damage to the wall. I'll just write this down here just for... There we go. 30. Boom. Alright, so yeah, they're going to do 30 damage to the wall. That's just automatic damage. And they are done. Oh, wait, no. They do that every attack. Yeah, so that'd be 45 damage then. Okay, there we go. 45 damage. Alright, done and done for the City God. Next up is Agnes.
Okay. So so the cart is on fire again. There is Mercutio's back in the cart.
We do have a pie launcher.
Yeah, but do the pies do damage?
Non-lethal.
Can we launch cold pies?
You can launch
Like,
cold pies if you like.
Hot pies.
You can, you
Frozen
can,
pies.
I put a flavor selector on there. You can launch any flavor pie you want. Apple, cherry, mince.
Yeah, then I guess we'll, if she can, like I know there's an ooze kind of clinging onto the basket as well. She'll settle herself into whatever the pie launcher seat is. And I don't even know what this looks like. I've been trying to envision it, but that's besides the point.
So as
we'll
you take a seat, all of a sudden the side of the wagon opens up, and you are thrust out onto a seat that has what looks to be a tiny trebuchet filled with pies next to you.
I just say, right.
You're also now over the bridge.
Oh, don't worry, don't look down, Agnes. Don't look down. Right.
You take aim with your pie launcher.
Fire!
All right, make a ranged attack as you launch pies in the direction of the ooze where you're aiming at.
I'm trying to break up the guards. I don't
the
really
crowd.
think a pie will do much to an ooze, in all honesty.
Sure. All right. Yep. You're aiming
it'll
at the
probably just
squad
feed it.
in front of you.
At the very least, they put pie in their eyes or something. Just
Make a mess.
Distraction, really.
Easy.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that really all I've got with?
Also, I'd like to take a moment to welcome Grimwood Games to the crypt. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. What are your highs? What are your lows? What brings you here today? Is it because the lights are on? Is it because you can see all of the cool, fun things that are happening on my screen? Or is it because somehow or another I have hot fuzzed myself and a small town of innocent people are being attacked by my group of adventurers for wanting to check their luggage? And we're not done yet. You think this is the only complication we've got today? Oh no, I've got two locked and loaded waiting for what's happening next. All right. With an 18, as the pie is launched in the direction of the squad in front of you, their armor is...
I'm not trying to hit them, really. I just want to cover them in pie. Make it sticky.
Sure. Their AC is 24, so it won't actually, do any damage per se. But yes, indeed, as the pie is launched, what flavor of pie are you launching?
You know what? We're going full villain. Make it key lime.
Gooseberry. No,
Gooseberry pies. Very well. You launch this rain of gooseberry pies, which cover the area in this sweet, sticky, sour admixture that is covered in pie crust. No! They're not...
At the very least, it might make it, just sticky, difficult.
Hey, Laura.
Mm.
Laura.
Yep.
They're not very impressed.
Chew.
Laura.
I
Laura!
quit.
Hey,
Laura!
well,
I quit. Goodbye, everybody.
Also, welcome in Bean Scent. Bean Scent. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're good. All right. Well, one action to mount the tart, one to shoot it. You've got one more action if you want it. Agnes.
Well, now that she's kind of like out here in a little sidearm, kind of over the whatever, she's going to have a little look around now. Just a quick swoosh of the surroundings, what you can see from this side. Like, just, is there anything that can help us?
You see the oncoming raft.
Oh, dump it.
Um. Is there a wall on the side of the bridge? Or is it like just like a little lip? Like,
Is there a wall? It's just a tiny lip, yeah.
alright, okay.
I was about to say, you're kind of over it.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess she'll shout from her little perch out on the side. I guess into the wagon. Maybe the raft. Got it, really. There's not much you can do sitting on a little seat suspended out the side here. Short of perhaps just jump on the raft, which is not leaving everybody, although the thought had crossed her mind.
All right, very well. You tell everyone about the raft. They have your attention. All right. Cool. Done and done. The other city guards, they're going to try and also break free, which is actually going to destroy that section of wall. But they're going to use their whole turn to do that, though. All right. So the meat wall is destroyed.
Well, 4 feet of it is destroyed.
Nope. 15 foot of it is destroyed. Because they deal damage to everything in that area.
It's a 4-foot section with 75 hit points.
Yes.
So
No. Okay, so each 4-foot section has 75 hit points. A
Yes.
30-foot area of those 4-foot sections take 45 points of damage. Then in the following turn, that same 30-foot area of 4-foot squares take another 45 damage.
well, that's annoying.
Well, that's what happens when an entire village attacks a wall. All right, Holly, you're up.
Okay.
Just cast it again and block the bridge.
Yeah, I see the wall go down, and I'm not terribly happy about that. So I am going to flame strike behind us.
Mm-hmm. What's the area of flame strike?
It is a 10-foot radius with a 40-foot tall cylinder.
Kill. Where would you like to place it?
Yeah, right over the pudding and a little bit on the guards.
All right, sweet. Saving throw. What's the DC?
Can I just drop the save? I don't know what it is.
It should be written right where you would otherwise drop it.
I don't know.
All right, so you see where you've got your spells?
Yep.
All right. You see where it says cleric and it's got a little magnifying glass? Up the top?
I don't see a magnifying glass. I just see cleric CL9.
Yep, next to that on the right-hand side, there should be a little magnifying glass.
No.
You don't have a magnifying glass there?
Oh, wait, hang on. It wasn't letting me click it. Now I can click it. DC 23?
Cool, thank you. All right, the pudding does not succeed. First squadron.
Wait, is that a critical fail?
The DC is 21, did you say?
23.
23? Yes, the pudding will critically fail. But bear with me. So the squad... Okay, the Squadron 1 is going to save. Squadron 2 takes full damage. And unfortunately, the pudding is immune to critical hits.
Well, that's annoying.
Yes.
All right, so drop it.
It's
Damage
annoying that
on
it's immune to
drop it into-
magical critical hits.
It is immune to critical hits. It is not immune to non-magic critical hits and magic critical hits. It's immune to crits, mate. Right there. Boom. Boom. Immunities. Critical hits. What it means is normally with a critical hit, it deals double... your spell isn't dealing double damage because you've hit it. It's it's hitting the vulnerable places in a person, or they've taken a huge hit because they haven't been able to defend themselves properly. It's why it's tied to your saving throw and not their attack action. So yeah. So roll the damage into the chat, and I will apply the damage thusly. Okay, so that's 36 points of damage, which we go to 36 points of damage to Squadron 2. 18 points of damage to Squadron 1. And 36 damage to the ooze. Now, because they're a crowd, they also take half of that. So Squadron 1 takes an additional 9 points of damage. And Squadron 2 takes an additional 14. All right. Done and done. As a huge beam of energy and light flies down and sets this area ablaze, a great number of individuals are injured and knocked to the ground by the explosion of magic and fire.
Yay.
All right.
And yeah, I don't really have anything for one action. I'm just gonna be prepared to react if I need to.
All right, done and done. Next up, we go to Patrick. Patrick, there's an explosion behind you. Oh, and Agnes, roll me a percentage real quick.
Well, shit. I thought we were trying to not kill these people, guys. Is that
Wait.
is that ooze still up and alive?
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't feel bad about shooting the ooze, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I will summon my bullet, and I will go with a flaming, fulminating shot, aim down, and shoot the pudding.
All right. Take your shot as you fire. All right.
That
That
would have been great as a crit, but unfortunately, he's not. He's immune to that.
He is indeed
So-
immune.
All right, so this is gonna be the damage from the gun. Is there a way to make it not crit when I drop it on him?
It shouldn't. It should automatically not crit.
Okay. No, it automatically crit. Oh, the partial resistance? I don't know.
Yeah, that'll
what's
be the
going
partial.
on there.
That'll be the partial resistance. Why your 43 damage did 8.
Okay, is resistant to bludgeoning and fire.
Evidently.
Right, I thought fire was bad for him.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was weak to fire.
Mm.
You said it took
Maybe-
fire damage with the cart.
Maybe that's
Oh
the only
yeah,
thing
that's
it
right, because the
took.
alcohol. Deal an extra 2d. Sorry, what's your fire damage?
So the fire damage is 1d6, and then the d8 from the conductive rune, and then there's also going to be another d4 from the flame wisp.
Okay, so roll a d4
So I'll
first.
roll that.
Okay, so
So
5, 10. Okay, so that'll deal 15 points of damage to the ooze on top of this, which I will just deal now. So 15. Ooh. All right. It is not looking great.
all right, so the flaming shot goes out, and you see one of those wisps that was circling Patrick's head shoots out as well. And since it was a fire spell, it just poof, another one pops into place.
All right. Agnes, could I get you to roll me a percentage check, please?
Yep.
I don't like I keep asking them to roll these percentiles.
All right, done and done. Thank you. Much appreciated. All right. After Patrick, we go to Dante.
You know, it's probably immune to this, but it would attempt to get it the heck off of the freaking cart or the pick the basket. I'm gonna attempt Tanglefoot on the pudding. I don't.
On which one? Sorry.
The pudding.
Very well. You create a giant lattice of entangling vines and like little reeds as you explode it outwards. All right. I don't think they're
I do
gonna.
not have my all actions. Give me
It's all right.
there
They're
we
not,
go.
probably not gonna do well.
Oh
Nope.
no, I had to do a spell attack on it.
Oh, do you for okay, carry on. All right. It is
And it's
Tanglefoot.
immune to criticals.
It is immune to criticals, but it is entangled nonetheless.
Yeah, it gets a negative 10-foot circumstance bonus to its speeds for 1 round. It can attempt to skip against a spell DC to remove the penalty, but because it critical, it's
Critical has no effect on it. But it only has a
so it doesn't
10-foot
get
move. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, it has 10 foot move. That's actually good.
All right. What do you want to do? You got 2 more actions.
Actually,
no,
one actions.
Actually, no. 1 action to draw your bomb, and the second to eat it. So you got 1 more action.
Well, no, the Tanglefoot was a spell.
Oh, spell? Oh, never mind then. Two actions to spell.
Yeah. So I've got 1. I'm gonna just use my last action to just for the heck of it. I'm gonna just use my last action to battle or combat medic on Quinn.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, thank you.
I have to double check on how much it does for these freaking things again. Yeah, DC 20 will be more than enough.
Nice. 48 plus 10 damage is healed to Quinn, which you can drop on them, and it should work.
Yep. I have to wait. Which freaking there we go. Yeah. That actually, you know what's funny? Because they've only taken 15. They're just gonna be healed on full.
18,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Because minimum is gonna be 19.
Oh, nice. Yep, sure. Done. Done and done. Okay. Next up is the townsfolk across the bridge. They rush in as if they're going to try and attack. They're basically just forming ranks and continuing to brace and ready to attack. Oh, it should have gone off Mercutio, but that's fine. All right. Which then goes to Mercutio.
I don't know if there's anything I can do.
Very well. You can pass. There's not a problem.
Yeah, there's literally nothing I'm able to do. So yeah, Mercutio will just sit there.
All right. You can also react to things if you would like to.
Yeah, Mercutio will just look around, trying to analyze the situation, figure out what the hell to do.
All right. Looking around, you do see the raft. You do see that you guys are again, you can kind of piece together what Agnes, Quinn, and Holly have kind of like seen and planned.
Right. And yeah, he'll just follow their lead.
Okay. Which then brings us to the pudding. The pudding is going to try and eat some of the wagon, but that's about it. As we reach the end of the round, the raft.
As you attempt to move it.
As I attempt to move it. Hold on. No. Look, I tried. I'm just going to just surreptitiously destroy my beautiful artwork. And then rebuild it. There we go.
Oh no.
It's fine. Everything is fleeting. Alright, there we go. Boom. Alright. So, that is also a really annoying battle music. Like just this.
Yeah,
Fuck
that sounds
off,
like
Jesus.
it's something should be for like a horror scene.
It's like Psycho.
A little bit, yeah. It grates on my psychology, that's for sure. Okay. Anyway, there we go. Hey, DM Adamantine, welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you are doing well. Welcome to the Dead as a Gamer channel. Hey, Kahuna the Elder! What's up? Aloha, my friend. How are you? Hope you are doing well. Let's give you a quick shout out here. As we let our friends know what we're currently doing. Our group of heroes is passing through a town. The town is now attacking them because of various reasons. The group is now trying to stage a epic escape from this town of people trying to defend themselves. They're on a bridge. A raft has just narrowly made its way underneath the bridge, and our group is planning to drive the carriage off the bridge onto the raft and make a quick getaway here. Which, of course, the time has now come. If anyone has anything to ask in chat, or if you want to ask any questions or do anything, just let us know. We're very interactive with chat. All right. Let's add some adventurous, dramatic music, shall we?
Meanwhile, the on fire pudding is still being on fire.
Oh yeah, the pudding attached to the back of your cart is on fire. All right, now the wagon is surrounded on all sides. You hear the awakened bear that is driving your picnic basket wagon go, "Well, I don't know what we're supposed to do now. We are surrounded and I don't think there's anything we can do." "Yeah, I think this might be the end," says his tiny bear other companion.
I'm going to say no. See the raft?
"Oh yeah,
I
you
want
mean
you
that
guys-
raft that looks like a floating picnic table? Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Where does a picnic basket go?
In my belly?
On top of the picnic table.
Oh yeah, right. All right, I believe I can make this happen. I've never done this before, so everyone, please keep your arms and legs inside of the picnic basket as best you can.
We turn the fire off before we do this.
I would like to say it would be a very good idea if we did.
Yeah.
All right, very well.
I do that.
You turn the flames of the picnic basket off so that you are no longer activating the fire defenses. Agnes, do you bring in the pie launcher into the side of the wagon?
Oh gosh, yes.
All right, so Agnes, you come inside as the wagon slows up again. All right,
Gonna brace for this.
here we go. All right, come on, Yogi. A 22. All right, with a 22, the picnic basket leaps off the side of the bridge. and begins to plummet onto the raft. As it hits, the raft sort of shifts. And we're going to make the raft guy, the pilot, the sailor, see if he can keep everything together. Oh man, this guy is like, he doesn't even sweat. As the wagon hits and the raft captain is pretty much thrown by like the fact that there is this giant freaking wagon now hitting the top of his ship. He's like, what in carnation's going on here? Where the hell did you come from? However, the noises of the angry townsfolk drown out any of the protest that he has as you kind of look out and just kind of make sure that everything is smooth sailing. And sure enough, it is.
I'm gonna give the raft guy a couple of gold pieces.
Yeah, gold. Definitely give him gold.
Oh, he quiets up super quick.
Why don't we just give him all of the stuff we were hired to bring to the town?
Just give him
I don't
all the
we
drugs.
should do that.
Well, there
I
was a
think
lot
if we
of
just
stuff
give him, I
besides
think
drugs.
if we just give him 5 gold, he's fine.
Speaking of the drugs, Holly's gonna get all the drugs gathered up and dump them in the water.
Sure. As you dump all of the drugs in the water, making yourselves wanted by the underworld of Kayamaga, you
There's gonna be some
What
messed
a
up fish.
music to get into that.
as Holly has dumped all of the drugs from the side of the cart, however, Holly, you hear a sound coming from the wagon.
What's it sound like?
Let me see if I have a sound for this.
It sounds like you kidnapped something.
It does indeed.
It's a puppy.
It is not a puppy.
Is the pudding still attached?
It is not a pudding.
Okay.
No,
Let it
no,
be
we're
a
talking about if the
kitten.
pudding is still attached to the picnic basket.
All right. All right.
The
you
raft
hear
guy is just. Oh,
you hear the sounds of a baby.
Oh no.
Ah,
the voices
fuck.
are back.
I try to find the baby.
Sure enough, there appears to be a baby in the wagon. And we play our next plot twist, the unwelcomed arrival.
Oh no.
It seems as though in the scuffle, at some point or another, the baby's carriage was clipped. And in doing so, the baby thrown from the carriage, thanks to a very, very powerful blast of holy fire, has somehow managed to survive landing here into the back of your wagon.
I hate you.
Shit.
You watch as the townsfolk are yelling and screaming from the bridge, which is very quickly making its way further and further away into the distance as you make your way
We'll have to
upriver.
take it back.
Oh, you can just fly that baby to shore, right? And come back.
Yeah, Holly can fly the baby to shore. So
Okay.
Holly,
Just leave the
Whoa,
baby.
whoa, 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 no, wait. And what? Just leave it on the shore?
well, the
They'll
townsfolk
just
A
drop
wee
it off.
baby.
know where the baby is. I'll make sure they know the baby is where it is.
That's obviously none of yours, Pepper. You can't just leave a wee baby just lying on the side of a river.
We can't kidnap the baby either, Agnes.
We
I mean, it
can't
worked for
steal the
me.
baby.
Yes, but if we kidnap it, I'll look after it. If we leave it at the side of a river, it's going to die.
No,
No,
the
it's
It's not gonna
townsfolk
die.
know
It's
side
right
of a
in
river.
town.
Take the
Oh, by the
baby.
way, no, it is not in town. Every minute you're getting about 400 or 500 feet away from town.
Holly's just grabbing the baby and
Alright.
going.
All right. So you
Well,
grab.
before you do that, I could, we could ship it the next town over.
Too late. Holly did
We
it.
could ship the baby.
All right,
Yes, we
Holly,
can ship the baby. We
I
can
need
hire someone to bring it back.
I need an athletics check from you.
Holly and the baby are gonna drown.
All right.
I feel like I need to re-roll that. Do I need to re-roll that?
No, you're fine. It's not overly difficult, but it is difficult to fly with a squirming baby. You realize that when they said it was dangerous, they weren't wrong. Now here's the question. I presume that you're flying to the edge of the river and then flying to town, or are you simply flying to the edge of the river and leaving it where it is?
Can the townsfolk see us or
No.
see me at this point?
Not at all.
Okay, I'm going to fly close enough to the town where at least one person can see me, and then yell, "We have a baby!"
Roll a percentage check, please.
Oh my god. We have a baby.
That's not ours. Get out of here.
All right. Roll a perception check as you begin to search around for a nearby townsfolk.
The fairy's gonna eat the baby.
The flesh baby.
Oh man, it's
All right.
that other town all over again, but but with a different person.
All right. You can see an angry crowd making their way towards you. They seem to have something in their midst. You recognize it as a couple of weapons, heavy grade weapons that they are traveling with, making their way down the pathway towards you. There are some individuals on horses as well who are trying to keep up, that are in front, and they're the people that are the closest.
So yeah, I'm just gonna yell, "We have a baby! We don't want your baby! Take your baby back!" and put the baby down, and then fly back to the raft.
All right. We need you to roll a. Let's go with a athletics-based initiative.
Oh no. She's gonna get shot by a cannon.
That's probably not.
All that's gonna be left of Holly is just little scraps of wing.
That isn't great. You do have hero points if you want to use them. No pressure, of course.
Yeah, let me use a hero point on that.
All right. Thank you, by the way, to the chat for the wonderful hero points, which are incredibly useful.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah, that's... You know what? In hindsight, I'm going to give you that hero point back because I feel like I accidentally misled you with that. There was no way for you... There was no way for you to do that. All right.
Thank you.
The horsemen arrive first and attempt to catch you. We're gonna go with a reflex save. No, we'll go with an attack action. So they're gonna make an attack action. These guys don't traditionally have attack action, so bear with me while I do that. They're gonna have a... Yep, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do it that way. All right. What is your AC? Holly?
25.
25? Yeah, that'll do. All right, so there's three of these guys here. 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. One of them manages to land a very, very solid hit, and I need a reflex save from you, please, as they start to fire in your direction. That is no bueno.
I'm willing to hero point that one.
Let's do it.
Let's do that. Oh my god. Wait, no, that's a crit. That's a crit.
That's actually a good thing. That's
Yep.
a nat 20.
All right,
That is a
all right, how many more of these do you have?
Let me find it.
Also,
I
where
think they
is that one written down on your notes section?
Yeah, I found it. I've used 4, so that's my 5th one. I get 1 more.
Okay, sorry. Where on your notes section?
Scroll down underneath Blade of Anku Dagger.
Blade of Anku Dagger. Yep. Okay, got it. 6 times.
I already updated it.
Yep. Sweet. Yep. Done. That has come in so handy for you. By the way, for those of you who don't know, for those of you who don't know, Mally/Holly rolled like absolute trash in the first few books. So we gave a shut up, baby. So we gave a campaign buff where the chat got to donate and she got a certain amount.
Oh.
Nope. Should be
I
back
still
in a
have
second.
It's giving the Twitch disconnect thing.
Twitch disconnect thing. Twitch disconnect thing.
Oh. Are we back? Maybe.
Okay, we're back.
It's
All
back.
right. All right. We're back. So, brief explanation. Hi. Welcome back. Sorry about the blip. Holly rolled like garbage in like the first few books. So there was a chat donation at some point or another where we went, cool, roll a DX, or I think it was roll a D6 or something like that. And that is how many natural ones you can turn into natural 20s. So we've been working through those because shit like this just happens to Holly all the time. So thankfully, Holly, you do avoid getting grabbed by these things, but you are struck by an arrow nonetheless for 15 points of damage. Now, what is your fly speed?
That's an excellent question. Where would my fly speed be?
Under your speed.
Where would my speed be?
Under the combat tab in your character sidebar.
Oh, 20.
Is that your speed or your fly speed?
It just says speed. I don't have a fly speed on here.
Do you have a fly speed?
You're gonna have to look at your stuff for it.
Yeah, can you actually fly?
Yes.
Okay, how do you fly?
It's one of the fairy things.
The evanescent wings?
I
believe so.
Yeah, it's currently buffering a lot on stream.
You manifest wings that flutter for being. If you want to open a cookie jar, you only need to spend a single interaction to when you use it. Oh! You can only flutter. You can't fly. Like when it says
all this time.
Yeah, when it says brief spurts, you don't fly.
Oh, I thought I could just only fly for short periods.
No. It's the description here is if you wanted to open a cookie jar 4 feet off the ground, you can use a single interact action to do so. You can't actually take the movement to move up to the cookie jar. You only have enough to kind of like help you lift yourself just high enough to grab the jar and then come back down.
Oh dear.
So what you're wanting is energized wings.
What level do you get energized wings?
9th level feet.
I would be happy. Yeah, I was gonna say I'd be happy for you to replace your Fey magic at 9th level for it if you'd like, and then we can just hand wave it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. All right, let me do that real quick.
So it only works for 1 minute with a fly speed of 30.
Energized wings. There they are. Boom. There they are. Cool. All right. So yeah, you can only fly for a minute. Is that in a long rest or a day? Let's have a look.
Every hour.
Every hour. So you can fly for a minute every hour.
Okay.
Okay. So in this particular case, unfortunately, I'm not gonna say
you can fly for 90 feet per round.
Yeah. So the difference here, and we're gonna do this because it is also dramatic, is you used your fly 100%. You were able to take the baby somewhat to safety. However, you do not have enough energy to fly back to the raft and are now running on foot alongside the river to try and keep up.